So welcome back, man, to some more scary, creepy, and just overall crazy TikToks that'll be on your brain all night. Let's check them out.
We're in 2023, right? We're only getting more advanced, right? So at some point, we're going to get the actual truth instead of the falsehood of all the lies created about our world, right? They found another advanced world? When? Run that video. Comment below. Do you know about this too?
They found another advanced world just outside of Antarctica. They don't want us going there. Once you understand, there's more land beyond Antarctica. What's another word for more? Extra. What's another word for land? Territory. Put that together in a word, extraterra. If somebody came from the extraterra outside of Antarctica, we might call them an extraterrestrial from the outer space.
These people inside the Hollow Earth have been living there for 2,500 years. There is one continent inside the Earth and one ocean. Their capital city is built around the original lost Garden of Eden. The vegetation grows like a paradise. The people live to be up to 800 years old. They communicate with telepathy. The inner Earth people have built these androids that fly their flying saucers out to reconnoiter the outer Earth.
I think he done tapped into the group chat. He found the group chat. You know what I mean? The group chat that's discussing all of these things. Civilizations at the center of the earth, oceans at the center of the earth, water and different things like that. Antarctica, what's going on. That if you go through if you've been rocking with me, let's just say that. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, you know I've been trying to look into Antarctica for the longest. You know what I mean? Started off kind of surface, studying it, seeing what's going on, what they're saying about it. Then just like everything else, it got a little deeper for me. And we started talking about things that's up under the ice or things that could be hidden or pyramids that could be under the ice. You know, why so many of us need to try to see what's going on down there because it's not a lot of activity. So it's easy for them to hide things down there. Then you hear stuff like this and then people starting to connect dots and different things like that, man. Listen, bro. It's getting insane, man. And the last thing that I had talked about, I posed the question. If global warming, global warming, you hear them shout that so much, it often makes you think, why? Why are they so pressed on that? Do they truly care? Or do they not want us to uncover something up under that ice? That's what you should think about. Let's keep going.
Our government has been knocking flying saucers out of the sky and back engineering these flying saucers. The people that live in the Hollow Earth are not extraterrestrials. They're from the lost tribes of Israel.
We're in 2023, right? We're only
Lost tribes, that's another thing. Some people say they're not lost. They're at the center of the earth. Some people saying they're in caves. Oh, it gets deeper, bro. It gets deeper. Let's keep going. Hold on. What could do that? I thought it might have been like we was watching an earthquake or something like that. Nah, that looked like a scene out of the movie Tremors. Y'all remember Tremors back in the day? Like, you ain't a real one if you ain't never seen a Tremors movie, bro. If you haven't, go watch it. I know it's old school. The quality probably ain't gonna be the best. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, man. But if you were alive and watching it in those times, trust me, when you stepped outside the next day, you kind of was a little hesitant to step on that ground first. You were very, very, like, you were aware of what was going on. And that ground shake, bro, you were going to be on the top of a building somewhere. That's crazy. Like, what's up with their foundation? How does that even happen like that? And the ground don't shake or move?
Barnacles are lovely little crustaceans, mostly harmless, though they can be a pest or an annoyance. Or that's what you might think, until you meet Saculina. This is a special kind of parasite, called a parasitic castrator. These are organisms that result not in the death of the organism, but in the death of its ability to reproduce. Saculina convinces a female crab that it is her eggs. She takes care of it, and she even is able to disperse its own eggs.
First of all, why is he talking like this? Like, yo, bro, he giving me some weird vibes, man. Weird vibes, bro. Probably a cool dude and everything like that, man. I'm just saying. He giving me them vibes, bro. I don't know.
Is her eggs. She takes care of it, and she even is able to disperse its own eggs. But what happens if Saculina attaches to a male crab? Well, it has to convince him to take care of it as if it is his eggs. But to do that, it has to convince him that he is a female. And to do that, it sends out hormonal signals to this crab that tells it that he is a female. To the point.
Whoa, that's mind control on a different and whole nother level, bro, that I don't even think we should know about. Yo, man. It sounds familiar, right, ladies? Don't that sound familiar? It sound like some of y'all convincing, persuading, using your little tactics and magic, different things. Fellas, we gotta stay strong, man. Even the crabs out there, y'all, crab fellas, y'all gotta stay crab males, you gotta stay strong.
It that he is a female, to the point where sometimes his testes actually convert to ovaries. Parasitic castration in the truest sense. Barnacles.
No way. Not my man. Not my man. You can, how do you just, huh? To my man. No. Kanye said no one man should have all that power, but I think he was wrong. No woman or woman crab should have all that power. Whoa. I ain't never heard nothing like that, bro. The aliens show up and control your mind, and I ain't never heard nothing like this. Convince the male that he was, whoa, yeah. Moving on. Gotta go. Gotta move on.
So I'm kind of freaked out right now. This morning I woke up to a text message from one of my friends asking me if I was good at 3:20 in the morning. And I was just like, I'm confused because I was asleep. I also had a missed call from her at that same time. So I was thinking maybe she was drinking or, whatever. It was 3 in the morning. And she texted me, she got a missed call from me at the same time. We're in different time zones, so I'm 2 hours ahead of her. Right now I'm visiting family, whatever. And I was just confused because I was asleep. And she said, I left a rumbly voicemail of 5 seconds. She was worried I was getting kidnapped. I'm like, huh? And this is her call from me. So 1:20 in the morning.
That's a real friend right there. You know what I mean? She immediately called you back. That's a real friend. Respect that.
So 1:20 in the morning is 3:20 here, same time. And I also got a voicemail from her that was 5 seconds long. It's just a beep, and the transcription says hello. So we both got a call from each other at the same time, and we both got a voicemail from each other at the same time, but we never called each other. I was asleep. And has this ever happened? Like, what is going on? So
These cell phones, man. That's always like one of my fears, bro. You know what I mean? The one time you're in a situation, dire need to use your cell phone and it doesn't work. That's like a huge like phobia of mine. You know what I mean? Like you really need that cell phone to work, and then you get the alert, like, or it does one of them things where you call and it don't even ring. You call somebody and it don't ring, and it's just searching. Yeah, yeah. I mean, or it being like it just won't cut on, or it freezes or something like that. Huge phobia of mine, man.
Have you heard about this supernatural phenomenon that sometimes happens to people in really bad car wrecks? Well, apparently multiple people who have been in horrible car accidents have reported seeing the same strange thing. It's called the third man syndrome, and it's when a supernatural presence offers comfort to a victim during a survival situation. I'm going to share one of the crazy stories with you now, but if you're interested in this, tonight's episode is going to be all of these stories. So a few years ago, a Reddit user was in a horrible car wreck. Like so bad they cut the car door off to get them out. They black out during the accident, but as they come to, they see a woman open their car door and get into the back seat. And the woman put her hand on the driver's shoulder and told him that it was going to be okay. And then she said that help was on the way. The user then blacked out again and came to with a fireman cutting off the door of the car. Afterwards, they're with it enough to talk to the police officers and the firemen on the scene. And they're telling them like, hey, there was this woman that got in the car with me. Is she okay? And everyone is like, there was no one in the car with you. Apparently no cars passing by had even stopped for the accident because the fire department was so close, so it was super unlikely that anyone had gotten in the car with them. But this is not the only time that that's happened. Other people have reported a woman getting into the car with them after an accident. There's so many other supernatural stories just like this that I explore in the episode tonight, so make sure you're following along. Have you heard about this?
What that sound like to y'all? Y'all ever watch the movie The Guardian? Ashton Kutcher, I can never pronounce his last name right, but The Guardian, where they talked about a fisher of men or something like that. In the beginning, they do the whole spiel, and at the end, his spoiler alert, so if you ain't never seen it, fast forward this, but at the end, his instructor and him end up working together, and they go on this final call, and the guy who trained them, one of the best ever, they go in to save these people, and they're swimming out, and they're going up back into the to the helicopter, and the cable starts to break, and then the instructor saves his student's life, and sacrifices his own. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, when the student is going out now doing the job by himself, and he goes out and saves someone, it was like, oh man, it was this guy. And he told me help was on the way and he'll be okay. And he was like, nobody's in the water. It's just y'all. And he's like, no, he was really there. And he looked in the water and he knew it was him, his instructor, being out there in the water. You know what I mean? Where he always wanted to be and stuff like that. That's what this story sounds like. Now, on the other side, me being fire medical back in the day, right? What I used to have to do is when we rolled up on wrecks, one of us, and it was usually me because I was trained medical, right? So while everybody's using jaws of life, cutters, spreaders, cutters, different things like that to get the door off, if I could kind of go through the window or I could go through the back door, you would have to get in and hold C-spine. You know what I mean? While paramedics or EMTs are coming in to do what they do, somebody had to go in behind the patient in the car, hold C-spine, maybe put the C-collar on them in there. That way, once they pop the door, maybe even also put the sheet on them, because sometimes you had to break the glass, you know what I mean? Or whatever you needed to do to get to that patient. So you might have had to go in there and put a little sheet on them just to kind of cover them up from the glass so no glass don't get on them, cut them up, or do anything like that. So somebody needed to get in and do that too. So that was usually me getting inside and doing that type of stuff. So when she first said, somebody got in the vehicle with them and told them it was going to be okay, I immediately thought, okay, maybe it was an EMT or a paramedic or something like that. Now, also angels, bro. You know what I mean? If you believe in angels, then yeah, man. Because you'd be surprised. I rolled up on wrecks and the car looked like it was smashed. And when you roll up, I'm automatically thinking in my mind, I'm like, whew, if somebody made it through that, bro, it's an angel on their side. And then other times you roll up on a car wreck and it don't even look like it got scratches on it. And the person inside the vehicle, no longer living. And you're like, huh? It's just weird that way in that life, in that world, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, I definitely was figuring that it could have possibly been an EMT. swimming. Would you swim in a pond? Nowhere am I swimming in Florida, bro. And people be like, oh, the little pools, they're safe. You know what I mean? The ones with the little screened in porch over top of it and everything like that. Nah, they're good. They're good. Man, I've seen videos where people have been swimming and gators have came through the little screen, jumped in the pool with them. No, I don't want to go. No. And I'm a Florida Gators fan. Ain't that crazy? I know, right? Did you see? No, I don't even care if they got one out of there. I'm not going swimming in nothing like that. Why? Nah, fam, go in your house. I feel like if you live in Florida, man, your bathroom should be big enough for you to have a big enough like jacuzzi style so you can go get in and then swim and stuff like that or whatever you need to do. You got to do it in your house. Sorry. That's Florida rules. It should be, at least. Sorry.
Guys, I stumbled across something really strange on TikTok last night, and I don't know what to do with this information. So this lady posted this video about like a glitch in the Matrix thing where like her towel disappeared, right? But that's not the weird thing. I once found 2 human molar teeth in the washing machine. It freaked me out. I have no idea where they came from. So I read that sparks my interest. I'm like, what the fuck? But wait, I found one on my living room floor about 20 years ago. I lived alone. Okay, weird. That's a weird coincidence, you know, that both of these people found a human tooth. Okay, now that's weird because I found one in my dining area on the floor. Lived here for 5 years and I don't know where it came from. What? I found it in my front garden a few years ago. Okay, you know, like that could be like an animal tooth or something. But this person found one in their kitchen sink, a human molar, and it just keeps going. I thought I was crazy. I found one under my bed when I moved. 1 human molar, adult, laying plain as day. I found a gold tooth in my basement. It just keeps getting weirder. I just found a tooth sitting on my parents' table the other day and we have no idea where it came from.
What?
I found a tooth in my coat pocket. What is with this? What is what? So then naturally I searched people finding human teeth, right?
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
And you. So I found a tooth. You found a tooth? Yeah. Where did you find the tooth? In the bathroom rug. Oh.
Why are all these people finding human teeth? What do I do with this information? Like, this is crazy, right? That's crazy? Guys.
So people just out here just randomly finding teeth. Not only that, so what we got? Just people walking around randomly just missing a lot of teeth or missing teeth? What? Wait, what? Huh? What happened to the tooth fairy, man? Y'all done kidnapped the tooth fairy, done stole her teeth, done spread them around people's house? What's happening here? What does that even mean? I never heard nothing like that in my entire life. But you know I'm about to go look that up, right? Y'all don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for searching that, having that in my search history, do you? But that's a rabbit hole I think I may venture down. People finding teeth. I never thought I would be searching that. Yeah. I don't know, man. That might put me on like a list. I might need to stay away from that. Moving on.
I find it very interesting. It's called Evon, but if you spell it backwards, it's called naive. I consider this one of the best waters you can buy. I believe this is what the elite use. When they travel from city to city, they need to drink good water too. Obviously it's in plastic, but if it was in glass it would be better. I believe it's jacked up the price of this so the poor people can't afford it. And so the elite have it everywhere. Yeah. What do you think the elite are trying to say? That you're not naive by not understanding what this is? What do you think they're trying to tell us?
I personally think that it's just incidental. It's just, you know, it just happens to be naive spelled backwards. Like level spelled backwards is level. Like it's just something that just incidental. Hold on a second. If you go back to scripture and you look at Eve, they have Eve inside 11, and you have Eve inside the word 7. I find it very interesting. It's called Evon, but
as of right now, there isn't an abundance of evidence that would give us.
That's the first time I've ever heard of Evon it linked to a conspiracy theory like that. I never even heard anybody make mention of that. So now we got to start paying attention to the water too. And you would think it would be so many conspiracy theories surrounding water. And I haven't even looked it up yet. And there probably are. That may be another rabbit hole we need to venture down, because you think of water, you think of purities. And anything pure, it's got to be some kind of conspiracy theory surrounding it. You know, of course, we hear the surface stuff about, you know, what the water bottle's made of, the plastics or whatever, different things like that, what you should drink water out of opposed to what you shouldn't. You know what I mean? So it's those type. I bet it does. That kind of sparked that idea in me to kind of look up some things. Because, yeah, knowing that, I guarantee you it probably is a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding the water we drink. Oh, this is about to start getting good, y'all. We're on to something, man. We are definitely on to some things, and we're going to find them out. So listen, man, y'all get at me in the comment section and let me know what you thought of this video. And stick around and stay tuned. Till next one, I'm gone.